I'm making this video on heliocentric versus geocentric, and a lot of people don't know what this means, so I'm going to keep doing research. So here's the thing. They say that we are on a heliocentric Earth, meaning that we're on a globe and the sun is the center of everything and that everything goes around the sun, versus geocentric, which geocentric is what everybody has believed for thousands of years, basically since the beginning of creation, up until the Greek Empire, when they worshipped Helios, which was the sun god. And that is what led them to the whole heliocentric belief that somehow the sun is what is the center of everything, and that everything moves around the sun. Is that true, or isn't it true? And I used to think there's no possible way that we're on a geocentric Earth, because we're all raised in school that we're on a heliocentric Earth. I'm going to show you what these two words mean, where they came from. I'm going to show you that from ChatGPT. But here's the deal. We are not on a heliocentric Earth. That's just a cold, hard fact. It's the truth. You can look up the word firmament in the book of Genesis, and it's also in other scriptures in the Bible as well. The firmament is what goes around us. And if you look up what the word firmament means, it's something solid. Actually, I'm going to show you what the word firmament means in the Strong's Concordance right now, and that'll blow you away. It should wake a lot of people up, because the firmament means there's some kind of a solid dome or something that is above us. They can't go to all the planets. They can't go to the moon. They can't go to any of the planets, whether it's Mars or anything else. They haven't gone anywhere. And this video is going to be way too long for me to get into all that. I'll cover a lot of different things. There's so much information that's out there. Do a little research on TikTok. Put in Flat Earth and watch a bunch of the videos. There's so much information on that, on YouTube, on BitChute. There's so much truth and so much info. You'd be like, I can't believe all this has come out now. But it is. It's turning into a battle. Why? Because we're in a world of lies. NASA is full of lies. So check this out. Check out what the word firmament means. And I'm telling you, the Earth is a flat plane. That's why they call the sea level. It is level. There's no such thing as something that curves. That's just a complete lie that NASA has perpetrated against the entire world. It's very sad that they've gotten away with all of this. And you will see it. And so the heliocentric belief actually took root from Copernicus. He lived in the 16th century. And you can look up Copernicus and check out all his information and see it all. But he is the one that actually got into the whole thing. He studied the Greek mythology and all that. And he got into the whole heliocentric stuff from them. And then he took that to root. And he was with the Catholic Church. He was tied in with them. And for whatever reason, whatever he said took root with a lot of the elders and a lot of the leaders of the world. And they built this entire system on heliocentric. Yet, it's unprovable through scripture. It's unprovable through all this stuff that NASA's putting out there, because they want us to believe a lie. And I know why they want to believe it now. Why they want us to believe it now. This is because they want to worship the sun. They want to worship Helios, which is the pagan god of the sun. And they want to make the sun higher and better than the earth. They want to say that the sun is 93 million miles away, that it's 400 times bigger than the earth. All of that is a lie. The sun is not 93 million miles away. The sun and the moon are the exact same size. You can read that in the book of Enoch. The sun is 7 times brighter than the moon, according to the book of Enoch. And they go around us. They move around us in a circle. And you can look up the research on Polaris. That should absolutely open your eyes, because Polaris is the star at the north that doesn't move. Completely stationary, doesn't move. There's no way the Earth is doing this, and then the whole world is spinning around in the universe and everything else, and then this star stays completely unmoved in the exact location all the time since the beginning of creation. From what we know, it hasn't moved. Anyway, check this out. There's so much more I can say. This video is already too long, but check this out on firmament and what I'm showing you from heliocentric and geocentric from ChatGPT, and you make your own decisions. I've already made mine now because I've done enough research, and I believe we're being lied to across the board by NASA. They're green screening all their filming. It's all a scam. Everything they're showing you with pictures from the Earth and everything else, they've been mocked and faked. all kinds of stuff. The entire space station project is done in Houston, underwater, and they're using green screens to try to tell us they're out in space, and they're not. Nobody's going anywhere. And that's another part of the lie they want us to believe. Oh, you can believe in Big Bang and you can believe in evolution, and they want to tell us all that garbage so that they just make us look like the Earth is nothing. We're just some planet that's spinning around, going no place, and everything's based on the sun. We didn't have the sun, we wouldn't have anything. None of that's true. It's all lies. But check this info out. Okay, here you go. This is the King James Bible where you can research, because all the underlined words will take you to the Strong's Concordance and show you the original meaning. This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 6. It's in there a bunch. It's in verse 6, 7, 8. It's throughout the book of Genesis chapter 1. But I'm going to just show you here, firmament. So I click on this, it opens it up. And here's what it means. Rakia, from 07554, properly an expanse, i.e. the firmament, or apparently visible arch of the sky. Firmament. Now here's what is really, really important. Extended surface, and in parentheses, solid, expanse, firmament, expanse, flat as base, support, firmament, a vault of heaven supporting waters above, considered by Hebrews as solid and supporting waters above. You got that? This is why I say they have not gone to Mars, they have not gone to the moon, they haven't gone anywhere. There is a firmament out there at whatever altitude, I don't know, but it blocks them from going anywhere. They cannot get past it. That's biblical. That's divine from God. He doesn't want them to get past it because the fallen angels have fallen. They're all down here on this earth. They're not going anywhere. They're all stuck here and they can't do anything. So anyway, there you go, the firmament. It tells you right there from the Strongs that it's a solid object. So now I click on 07554 because we are actually looking at it from 07549. Here's 07554, Rakah, a primitive root to pound the earth as a sign of passion, by analogy to expand, by hammering, by implication to overlay with thin sheets of metal. Thin sheets of metal. That's the firmament. Beat, make broad, spread abroad, forth, over, out, into plates, stamp, stretch. Read it all. To beat, stamp, beat out, spread out, stretch. You can read all that there. That's the firmament. And that firmament is not going to allow anybody to get anywhere. There's no such thing as aliens that are coming to this earth from some other solar system. That's another lie from the devil, like everything else. Lies upon more lies. Look at NASA's symbol. It's actually the tongue of a snake over the earth. That's NASA's symbol that they want to worship. Read Revelation 12:9. That old serpent called the devil and the dragon. It's ridiculous what's going on. You can look this up a number of different ways, but for this particular video, it's easy enough to just go to ChatGPT, and I asked it, where does the word geocentric come from and what does it mean? Here you go. The word geocentric comes from the Greek words geo, meaning earth, and kentron, meaning center. So the earth is the center. That's where this came from, the center of everything. It refers to the concept of earth being at the center of something, particularly in astronomy. Historically, the geocentric model was the idea that Earth was the center of the universe, with the sun, moon, planets, and stars revolving around it. Hello, that's exactly what happens. This view was widely accepted in ancient and medieval times, especially in the Ptolemaic system, until it was eventually replaced by the heliocentric model, which correctly positioned the sun at the center of the solar system. Well, they should incorrectly position that because that's not the center. The earth is the center of everything. Heaven and earth are unified according to God. That's what he wanted. Now look up what heliocentric. Now I asked it, where does the word heliocentric originate from and what does it mean? The word heliocentric comes from the Greek words helios, meaning sun, and kentron, meaning center. So geocentric and heliocentric basically almost identical as far as the word centric, meaning the center. So the big debate is which one is the center, the sun or the earth? That's what you got to decide. It describes a model or perspective in which the sun is at the center. In astronomy, the heliocentric model is the theory. Got that? Theory that the sun, not the earth, is the center of the solar system, with planets including Earth orbiting around it. This idea was famously developed by Nicholas Copernicus in the 16th century, challenging the earlier geocentric model and laying the foundation for modern astronomy. Yes, if you really want to understand where this whole theory of globe Earth comes from, and the whole reason that NASA and all these scientists and all these groups support it, is because of Copernicus. And Copernicus got the heliocentric idea from the Greeks. And the Greeks got this because they worshipped Helios, the sun god. If you really want to put it all together, the whole meaning of it all is the sun. And they're making the sun the god. And they're trying to say that everything goes around the sun instead of the earth, and that is not true. If you know what you're looking for, look up the word firmament, study the firmament. The firmament moves around the earth doesn't move, and I'm going to show you other scriptures about that as well, that the earth doesn't move. Heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. Got it? Very interesting information. Here are just a few verses that I'm referring to. There's more, but I wanted to just keep this short. The Lord reigns. He is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed. He has put on strength as his belt. Yes, the world is established. It shall never be moved. That's Psalm 93:1. Then you can go to Psalm 96:10. Say among the nations, the Lord reigns. Yes, the world is established. It shall never be moved. He will judge the peoples with equity. That's another good one. Here, Psalm 104, verse 5. He set the earth on its foundations so that it should never be moved. What are those foundations? It's certainly not a globe that spins around in a circle. And then here's another important verse, Isaiah chapter 40, verse 22. It is he that sits upon the circle of the earth. It doesn't say the globe of the earth, the circle of the earth. And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers. It stretches out the heavens as a curtain. These are great verses, and there's a lot more than this. I just wanted to scratch the surface and show you some of these.